How y'all doing, everybody? Give me a second while I get situated here, get some light on here. Get this thing plugged in. What are we doing here? Okay, that's there. Go pick up this stuff again. We'll go straight. Get this started. Forgive me, I haven't set up chat yet, so I'm not there. I'm getting this going first. Okay, we'll let this go for a little bit. Forgive me, I need to check something on the computer. I'm not coming. I'm coming. Okay. Speed this up a little. I really like the drivers now that they're not all in sync. Hey Scott, how you doing? Yep, this is the last stream. All gonna be different tomorrow. Everything's changing. So I emailed the lady. I want the Blue Goose. You know, what's the price now? Da da da. Well, the cheapest one I see is 39, or she gives me a stock number. So I look up the stock number. It's not even a sound version. We're gonna have smoke puffing tomorrow. We're gonna have sounds tomorrow. Most likely we'll still have only one train running tomorrow. If I can swing both trains, I'm definitely doing both because they're both gorgeous. I'm going for, well, a shit ton of track. I'm getting the Zephyr. And I'm going to leave you guessing on the engines. You'll have to come back tomorrow. But they're going to be glorious. They're glorious. They're the best trains. The best trains in the world. None others are made better. You should see how well these trains are made. Oh. If my pop is watching this, you go, God damn it. I'm decided I am DCC sounding this. I still got feelers out to find out how much it is, but I don't think it's going to be that much. Being it's a plug-in. This is one engine I'm never ever taking apart. It's just, I can't see the black on black. You know what? I do not like this down here. Okay, get ready to get dizzy. Really? I say I want you down more. There we go. I like that better. Don't worry, old girl. I'll be buried with you. This thing's, I love this thing. So, the DC is boxed up. And the fake DC, or the DC fake DCC system, I can see why this never took off now. I thought it was a real DCC system to where you could do, you know, with the handheld, it would be like the NCE or the Digitronics. Nope. You only get 6 locomotives and they're addressed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You can't change any of the CVs besides momentum and start speed. Oh, damn it. And yet, MRC is saying it's a real DCC system. Well, if it's a real DCC system, how do I change locomotive address to my 4-digit locomotive number? If it was a real DC system, you could do that. Can't do that. So we're shit canning this. We're going with the Zephyr, that new one with the screen. It's not as powerful as my Troller. That Troller is a 5 amp, and man, I've never seen anything run a train like that thing in my life. Not even the MRC Tech 3 9000 and 9500. That Troller, hands down, blows MRC away. Somewhat. I'm rebuilding somewhat. Yeah, I'll just call you Juan, or Wan, because it's WAN. But sadly, the Heisler will go into storage for a while. Because the DCC chip will be, I'm guessing, like $100. However much the speaker is, what, $15 or so? And then I'm gonna pay someone to actually put it in, even though it's a 21 pin plug-in. Like I said, I can't see the black on black piping to get it into the boiler piping into the front of the cab when I'm putting it all back together. So I'll let someone with better eyes than me do that. I don't know if I'm more used to it, but it almost sounds quieter. Ever since I quartered the wheels, it sounds quieter. Oh, damn it, you can't see the wheels from this angle though. Hmm. Yeah, I'll have to figure something out for camera. Can we split the difference and go half down? Oh. Which one was it? Okay, so you'll miss the outside line, you'll get the outside line there and there. Okay, moving this way some. And angling this way. Oh, that really cut it down. Hmm. Oh, that's as good as it's getting, I think. You know what? When this comes back around, I'm gonna park it. Why is that like that? Oh, there we go. Look at that right there. Being that I won't be able to run it anymore, I'm gonna do a little bit of DL2. We're gonna bring some old horn hook out. Actually, we don't have any horn hooks besides the engine. Surprisingly, she's a smooth runner. Okay, pop that off, and that's off. And it has to go this way because the wheels doesn't like to go that way. It won't go. It won't go around that way. Um, and I think I got to go this way now. Yep. Man, I gotta do something with that light. I'm not getting. I'll have to do that later. I'm gonna see if I can tilt that light down a little bit. Still that damn switch. It's weird because the motor is actually in the back. And it only powers the one truck on this loco. The motor's actually up and down. It goes directly into the truck. She's an old engine. 68, I think it was. Well, this one's like a direct drive. In a way. There's like no flywheel, no nothing. The motor is literally sitting on top of the truck. Oh, can I do this? I don't know how well this is going to work out. Because this thing's a piece of crap. No, it doesn't want to run anymore. I was surprised I had that running the other night. Yeah. Nope. Yeah. Oh no, that's way too fast. That BL2 is way too fast. Hopefully I'm getting The Heiser? No, actually, I think it's gotten quieter. I moved the wheels around, um, so the drive rods weren't all lined up, so they were staggered. Makes it more interesting to see, and it seems to have quieted down. Like this right now, it could totally take sound. I can't believe this thing ran. I bought that for $5 on eBay a couple years ago, just as a display on the layout. Because the wheels were it was like a parts unit. The wheels are all damaged. Someone took a file to them. Which is probably why it runs on this layout. Because this is old enough. This is a Code 100 Trek only loco. And I was doing some reading, and my not assumptions because they're actually fact. My knowledge of DCC was a little bit off. You can run DC locomotives on a DCC in HO. They have big enough motors because HO doesn't use the little dinky motors. They use full 3 and 5. They use the poled motors. They don't use coreless motors. The N scale, a lot of the N scale stuff uses coreless motors, and DCC will burn up a DC coreless motor. That being said, the Digitrex has okay. Was this man? You know, this happened the other night. What the? It has to be this thing. Or maybe I put that. Did I put that away too soon? Do I need to test now? Did I just blow this thing up? Oh, okay. Luckily, I set this up just for this occasion. Interesting. Oh, wait a minute. Am I getting power? Yep, I'm getting power. Okay, so maybe this is going back for sure. Because this might have just blown up. Oh, no, there we go. Okay. Well, that was weird. We know it works. Let's go back to this piece of it. Okay. Oh, no. Well, did I have it crossed? Well, let's just take this off first. It's not getting power, so it shouldn't matter, but still. That was weird. Now I'm thinking it's that power supply. It like overheats or something. This is at Tech 6. DC / big DCB. I'm warming that up just in case. Oh, that blocks the tree. There. That works. Train's passing Mount Endu right now. Whew, look at that. Look at the view. The only big question I have to figure out is if I want to use the smoke or not. Because I know BLI has hard switches for the smoke. I wonder, can you turn the smoke off through DCC also? I have to look at that. God, this thing's a nice looking loco. It really is. So the plan is, I'm gonna have a lot of cool stuff tomorrow. No, the plan is, guessing, I may go live somewhere between 2 and 4ish p.m. Central Daylight Time. It'll be a major unboxing. And then maybe y'all watch me throw track up. Maybe I'll just start drilling and popping track down and stuff. Because I am getting the outside oval. This track is going to get a 94. It's going to get a 246 removed. And that'll bring it into line. So the HV2 on this side will match up. So it'll come down here, it'll dead end here, it'll go onto the passing siding and catch up here. This will be just like a storage along with this. Because this inside is going to cost 200 60 and 60 is another 120. Yeah, getting the switches right. The HV 4 goes here. I'm gonna make an HV 4.5, which is the opposite way. A 60 goes in here, and then all these tracks all across need the $30 expandable track piece. But at least I'll have the two main lines. I'm also setting myself up with a programming track on the other section of the layout, which you usually don't see because it's literally a mess right now. It's been my dresser for the past like 5 years. My dresser top. I never took the 4x3 section off my dresser, so it's just always been there. I'm gonna have to set up some kind of a floodlight there. I need a bulb. No, I got bulbs. I got a bulb downstairs. Oh, wait, no. I'll have to check. I'll have to check that. I got a couple small. I got more LED lights yet. I'm sure I can find a small one to shove in that corner there. I need a three-way plug. Where are my three-way plugs? Oh, I'm using one there. I'm using one there. Oh, and then the front one. Okay. Um, I can probably snag the one from the front one. Yeah, because I think I have a strip somewhere. The sad thing is, I honestly just realized I don't even hear this thing. I mean, I hear it, but I didn't. Do a little pushing. Really? It has to be this power supply. Through that DC. I wish I had a light where you could actually see it. The way I have the light sign set up, the camera is behind the locomotive in the light. I failed on that one. God, this troller is so nice. The only problem is I don't think this will run a DCC locomotive. I seriously don't think so because of how it's made. It's an auto pulse unit. So at slow speeds, it shoots full voltage impulses to the track. And that's kind of what DCC is. So I don't know how DCC would actually react to this power supply. And obviously I'm not trying it on what I'm getting tomorrow. I would have to get like a Bachmann DCC to try it on. Sure, dog. Don't move while I try to get underneath the table. Just stay there, don't worry. We're done with this thing. I can definitely see why no one bought these things and why they didn't take off. And NCE or MRC, you had only yourself to blame because you hit a home run with the 9,000 and 9,500, and then you went downhill from there. What day is it today? Oh, I gotta get my butt up and take the garbage out. Get in the damn bag. I'm not necessarily chatting, just talking to myself. Well, the camera, whoever's listening on the live on the stream when they're rewatching it. The invisible people in my head. Oh, hey Peter. I didn't even see you pop in there. Is there a way to make the text bigger? Don't even get me started on this locomotive. The one that Amazon won't replace because I bought it on sale from them. Heislers are a finicky little engine because of how they're made. Um, Honestly, they had problems back in the day too. It's just the mechanism that they use. Because it's a drive shaft locomotive. I had one from the 90s, and I don't think it sounded like this either. But I guess it's a common occurrence now. I don't know. Like I said, I bought it. Amazon refuses to replace it. They want me to return it and give me a refund, and then have me buy it again. But I'm not doing that. I bought this for 170 bucks. Why should I have to pay $300 because they sent me a bad one? I'll go get it fixed. It's honestly it's cheaper to go have this thing fixed than to buy a new one. Because I think I know what the problem is. If memory serves me, in a steam engine, the rods all go through holes in the cylinder. They just float. Something tells me the holes are a little bit too small. It's rubbing. I don't know. I may end up returning this yet. I have till the end of February. But then I'll only have one engine instead of two. Although if I end up getting two engines tomorrow, this is going back faster than you could say. You know, Amazon sucks. It's smooth as hell. I can get this thing down to point. Was it what I did the math? Point 1.9. So just under 0.2 miles an hour. At least with the troller. I can get it down to that with the troller. I could not get that down with the Tech 6. It started at like 10 miles an hour. And then I would have to back it down. For example, I'll show you. And she's still moving. I'm watching the crank move. Crank's still moving. A little bit more. There we go. Like I said, The thing runs great. I've popped all the truck plates, and it is greased. It's not that it's dry. And it is quiet enough that sound would go over what it's doing, especially because it's the high slip. Like, if this had sound, this would be balls out, like 90-mile-an-hour chugging sound. Well, yes and no. They went slow. They weren't made to go slow. They were made to have huge torque, huge amount of pulling power. And because of that, they ended up having to be slow. These things routinely did, I think, 14% grade on switchbacks. The problem is I don't have 300 subscribers. I think I just hit 30 the other day. I don't know. I'm not really keeping track. My next goal is 50. I don't want to be I'm trying not to sub count. I don't want to do that. I think that's just a bad mindset. I'm here for the trains. I'm here for the running of the train. Just chilling. This. Smoke a cigarette, drink a beer, go to a Mountain Dew. So I was actually on the phone with Amazon for over 3 hours. And they kept telling me the same thing. Nope, you have to return it for the full refund and buy it again. Honestly, that's illegal. It's seriously, that's actually a crime. I think it falls under bait and switch or something like that. Because it's penalizing you for buying on the sale. Now, if they were going to refund me what it costs now to buy, I'd have no problem with it. But they won't. They'll refund me the cost what I paid for it. It's just such a beautiful loco. Like, probably 18-fold from the 1990s River Rossi version. It has little sticker, like, I don't even know if they're not even stickers. They're actual, like, gold metal plates. And they give you 2 extra builder's plates. They're on the frame on the bottom. It took me like a billion years to put the second truck's sanding hoses on, because it has to go over the drawbar and then the drive axle goes through the piece. Oh man, I hated doing that. That was pain. I mean, honestly, at this point, I don't trust Amazon to buy a locomotive from them. if I'm spending 400, 300, or $400 on a locomotive, I want to see it run with my own eyes. I want to hear it run with my own ears in person, which is why I'm driving 2.5 hours tomorrow to a hobby shop and then 2.5 hours home. But man, let me tell you, you're definitely gonna want to stop in tomorrow. Either way, something blue's going on this layout, and it's a nice something blue. Either way I go, I'm hoping to go both, but I don't know if I'll have the money. Because again, I need to get $400 worth of supplies. The Digitrack, $200 for the Zephyr, roughly another $200 in track. The passing siding's $100. That set, and then I'm replacing the feed here, going to the power supply. I'm redoing the feed. I'm buying the Kato cord because they all plug into each other. There's going to be a feed here and a feed here, and then over back in that corner. I don't know if you can see it. This is a feeder, and there's going to be a feeder over there. I'm actually going to drill another hole, drop it down right there by the track. It's not going to go halfway into the layout anymore. I'm going to have more room because right now I'm literally maybe an inch of slack. Yeah. Usually I'm on a professional mic. Because I used to stream from the computer during my fish days. And I have a professional mic set up and all that at the computer. I don't know if I'll be able to get it in here. It would be nice. Because let me tell you, I love that mic. Right now I'm using the camera mic. This was like a $5 stream camera. Manual focus, all that good stuff. See, because honestly, prototypically, I think this would be max speed or probably a little bit more than max speed of the real locomotive. I'm going to pick up more oil while I'm at the hobby shop tomorrow. What is it? Medium thickness? Because what is it? The ultra thin or something like that. And maybe it's just not thick enough. Maybe the oil I put out already came off or whatever. because it was too thin. While it's disappointing, it is bearable. I mean, it could be worse. It could be the BLI or the BL2. Yeah, OBS is nice. I like OBS. I use OBS for my weather streams because I have the radar on the main screen from a program I have. Is it this track? Am I not getting power through here? Oh, sure. Now you're not going to die. Oh, screw you on the horseshoe then. You know that? You got me all down here doing this. Oh. You know you're old when you go, oh, getting up. I never delete a stream or a video. It's for, I don't know. I'm a history buff. I don't like deleting stuff. I'm a photo guy. I've never destroyed a negative. I've never destroyed a picture, so on and so forth. I'm hopefully going to get some wheels. Yes, because I'm DC, I'm power routing. So tomorrow, I'm going to have to flip them all. Although this switch doesn't really work right. It'll power out this way, but this way is always on. Because I have power here and I have power over there. So it's coming in like this. If I switch these two to go onto this track is dead. But when I flip this one to go straight and this one to go this way onto this leg, this gets power still, and I don't know why. It shouldn't be like that because, again, I got this on power routing. I got them all on power routing. That's straight. That's straight. I will say this, I will never use anything but Kato track. Hands down, best track out there. It's such good track. I would leave this room for all damn day and leave this train running. And I know it'll be right on the track when I come back. I've never had a derailment. Partially because when I wasn't Kato track, my OCD was enough to, if I found a problem spot, I would keep working at it, even if it took 2 hours, and I would fix the problem spot so stuff wouldn't derail. My stuff doesn't derail. Famous last words, and the Heisler jumps off the table and through the window. I don't know, Matthew, if you're still here. This is the same layout I had the the AC11 on, and that AC11 was actually longer than this train is long with the engine and fender. It was probably another inch or two longer, and it just looked funny. Beautiful, beautiful engine. Weighs more than my car, but it was just too big. I think unless I find the 39 $39.85. The Challenger, UP Challenger, or the 4014 for dirt cheap. I would never buy anything bigger than a 44. Although I would buy a 2662 because I know that would look good on this layout. Because the 2662 I had looked great on my 4x8 or 4x7 layout that I had at my parents' house. And that was cool because it actually had floating wheels. It actually had flangeless wheels on each driver's set. Only 2 of the 3 drivers on each set had flanges, so it could actually negotiate super tight turns. Honestly, I don't think I would be DCCing my turnouts. I like the control. I honestly don't like DCC. I'm going to DCC because I'm spending an arm and a leg on a DCC sound engine. And I want full access. Plus, I don't think this DC power supply will run DCC engine because it pulses the power. That's how it gets such slow. That's how you get such slow speed control on this controller. At slow speed, it pulses it. eventually, I will be. Um, oh, I gotta put. That's right. I gotta put that DCC chip on my list. Um, I'm finally gonna be putting the Doodlebug back together. I've been keeping it apart because I've been waiting for the DCC. I want to throw a DCC chip in there before I put it all back together because it was such a pain to take it apart. I guarantee you, PRR man, my 5 amp DC power supply will creep better than a DC C power supply because the unless you have one of these $500 systems, you're limited to max of 3 amp. The Zephyr has 3 amp. The old Zephyr was a 2 amp. The NCE Power Cab, that's a 2.5 amp. And honestly, I don't see. I just can't agree with that. Just because of like doing the math, you have a DC locomotive that uses X amount of volts or whatever you want to call it, watts, amps. The DCC uses the same amount but more because it's running the motor, the lights, and the sound now. I don't know what 12 engines have to do with creeping, but all I know is the more amps you have, the better the locomotive creep. Always been like that. I maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they changed. I had DCC for maybe I'd say 6, 7 months at the most before I got out of trains and started the fish business. Um, so maybe I mean maybe I'm not remembering right. I don't know. I have more experience with the DC. I have the 9000 my whole life since brand new. I bought it in the 90s. I've had 9500. I have the 2500. I got this troller, which I will never fucking give up in my life. Here's my car keys. You can get my DC power supply though. I'm just looking at it this way: a DC, the motor will start before a DCC. I mean, pure electrical wise, you're just running the motor and a light, whereas you're now running a whole circuit board, the motor, the light with the sound. It's going to take more power. I mean, honestly, the way I look at it, I would think if DCC was so superior, everyone would go to DCC, and people wouldn't have things like DC Soundmaster to run the sounds off of a DC power supply. And yes, the BLI made something like that, and it was great. Full, pretty much full functioning sound control, your bell, your whistle, all that stuff off of a DC power plant. I drink entirely too much Mountain Dew. What the hell did I just hear? I don't know. I'm hearing shit. I gotta remember to look at prices of wheels too. 33-inch wheels. Well, the Zephyr runs DC. Like I said, I was missing, not misinformed. Uh, I wasn't necessarily wrong because on N scale you cannot run DC on a DCC layout because of the motors, you burn them up. But HO scale are bigger motors. They don't have cordless motors. They have pole motors. The pole motors can take running on DC. I was introduced to DCC on N scale. I originally had N scale. I'm gonna Tim Taylor this thing. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna open it up. I'm gonna get I'm gonna get a bunch of small gauges. I wonder if I could fit 4 gauges across there. I want to put a voltage and an amp meter on each cab of this controller, and then I'm gonna also put vents in it for a fan. But that's gonna be a project for like some other year. I'm hoping I like the Zephyr. Well, the new one. I don't Zephyr Express or whatever the hell it's called. I did not like the original one. What was it? The DC 51 or something like that? DCS 51. I did not like it. Mainly because it didn't have a screen when you're doing the CV stuff. Now it has a screen. Okay, the old one was 50 and now it's a 52. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting a 52 this time around. For the sole fact that one, I like a base unit, and two, it has all the connections, the main track and a programming track. The NCE, I have to buy a $20 extension card to get both tracks, and the Digitracks is only $2 more than the NCE at the place I'm going to. I don't know. Really, I got to look at it because the main thing is that knob. From what I remember, the 50, the 50 had a really loose knob that I had. And I bought it brand new. I like a little bit of resistance in my knob because I like to do my momentum manually. But we'll see when I'm test running the engines tomorrow. I'll ask him to play with it. honestly, I'm gonna go down to the CD guy and have him make me up a power bank to where I can hook up both units, and it's a toggle switch, one or the other. I'll have the Zephyr and the Troller set up. Although I won't have the layout set up as a DC anymore. I'll have to think on how to do that. I just, maybe it was when I was just getting into it, because I just preferred, I like being able to see what I'm doing. The old Digitrax, you hit the local button and you put the number in, and you hit the local button and you have no display saying what you're doing. Where the NCE did, I could look at it and go, okay, I'm on engine 559. Where you couldn't do that with the 50. I think the screen was a big part. Because the 50 didn't have a screen. You know, to check a CV, like the NCE, you could type in the CV and like check the CV, and it would display the numbers that you have programmed into that CV. From what I remember, you had a limited 2-digit display on the 50. So you couldn't check CVs and stuff like that, because some of them are 4 digits long. It now has a display, like a, how do I explain this? Like the display it had was the channel button, or the channel display on an old TV or a CD radio. It would show 01, 02, up to 99. It was a two-digit display, like an alarm clock display. Now it actually has a screen. Okay, I'm looking up a picture of it then, because I think you're on track. No offense, because I remember it being a little. It was like 1 inch by 1 inch, and it only showed two numbers. DCS 50. Okay, a 4-digit display. Now it has a full alphanumeric screen. Why did I hate that thing so bad then? Although that's really sharp. Some dude changed his green into blue. Instead of green numbers, it was blue numbers. That was sharp. Why is the NCE so much better than the 50 then? Why is the power cab so much better than the 50? Because I know it is. Literally everyone says it. Everywhere I go has a power cab. Where's my lighting? I remember something about the 50 I absolutely hated. It was literally a deal breaker for me. I returned it. Oh, pardon me. Maybe I'll hate it too. Still, maybe I'll end up driving back out there and returning it. I don't know. That would really suck. It really sucks not having a good hobby shop. The one hobby shop we did have closed, kind of. Supposedly he's working out of his house now, like he was before he got his storefront. But I asked him over a week ago if I could bring the Heisler over to do a test run, just to see, get his opinion. Being I'm sure he sold them, um, and I still haven't been able to do it. So I kind of just gave up. Well, it wasn't getting used to anything. I was DC up until I got the Digitrex, and like I said, I did not like. Oh, was it the knob? I think it was because Digitrex doesn't work in speed steps. They have that knob with what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on it, and the numbers don't correspond to anything. Maybe that's why the NCE you could actually go speed step 1, 2, 3, 4 all the way up to 128. I know. Again, I'm trying to remember a fleeting instance from like, you know, 5 to 8 years ago. Um, I'm thinking now that was the problem because they would say, oh, put it, it starts on speed step 1, but Digitrex doesn't have speed steps. Maybe that's what was it. That's going to really suck because that's going to make the power supply even more, like $20. I wish NCE made a base unit. The 50 and the 51 are the same on knobs. They're a little bit different shape, but it's still the same uh, forward, brake, reverse knob under the keypad, and then your, what would that be, 75% turn knob? Did they change that too? Am I 52? Yeah, pretty much the same thing. The knob shape is different. Oh, there's nothing like my DC. And oh man, I'm never getting rid of this because every single video I watch on these things, they say that the knobs are glued on, that to open up the unit, you got to destroy the knobs. Not mine. They come right off real easy. Took the knob off. I don't know where the hell I had it. Okay, give me a second. Okay, hold on, let me see the screen. Where are we going here? Let me get that. Trying to catch the, maybe this. Thing's beautiful. Weighs like a ton. All metal construction, literally. All metal. Oh. Diesel, you're a fatso, and you're in my way. Ow. Oh. Looseness. It was a loose knob. It was too easy to turn. That's what it was, I think. I was having a problem where I would go to turn it and my finger would just touch it and it would like spin maybe, not spin, but it would move like 15 or 25%, somewhere in there. You like the trains, huh? You like the sound of the trains? I'm talking to my old puppy, who is currently on my old bed underneath the train layout. He's an ex-pit pointer, ex-bait dog. They ran him over. Well, first he was used as a bait dog. Then they ran him over with a car and left him on an asphalt street in, was it Scottsdale or Phoenix? Somewhere there. Phoenix area, Scottsdale, wherever the hell, all the little towns around there. It was 110-degree day, and they left him cook on the asphalt street, and someone found him. And then my friend adopted him. And then pretty much abandoned him. I was under the impression it was going to be a couple weeks, maybe a couple months. That was like 8 years ago. He is the smartest dumb dog I've ever known. He knows exactly what you're saying, but he's also dumb enough to think he is the boss. I honestly do not want to stop using this stroller. I can't believe it. 1978, the Troller Auto Pulse Twin Momentum 5 came out in 1978, made in Chicago. Good old American made. And the box is beautiful, like it's right off the shelf. The unit is beautiful. Minor, there's only one minor scuff, and that was like someone uh, went to go plug one of the connectors in and hit the actual metal and not the connector itself. They like scratched the metal some. That's about it. No, it was not. The pulse mode has nothing, literally nothing to do with DCC. Pulse DC is for slow speed control, and that's it. Because DCC is actually more like AC than DC. Yes, it sends a pulse, but it's at a totally different wavelength or frequency, or they both pulse, but they're nothing alike. It would be like it would be like saying your turn signal blinks, and so does a light in a police strobe light. So they're the same thing. They're really not. But I get what you're saying. The DCC pulse is the same DC signal as it gets the whole time, but it ups it. It instead of doing like if you have it on say 5% power, it'll pulse it at 50% power, but at a rate where the motor will run at 10% power. Whereas DCC, it's more like an alternating current signal, which confuses the hell out of me because my brain can't comprehend AC or DC working as AC. It breaks my brain a little bit. Oh, I gotta go walk. My leg is stiffer than you wouldn't believe. Oh, watch me fall. Actually, you'd hear me fall. I'll be back in about 5. Oh. You don't have to follow me. I'm coming back, you butthead. Okay, I'm back. I had to go take a lap around the house. My leg went all stiff. That's pretty much right, Mike, or Matthew. That's pretty much what it is. And honestly, I have had more problems with DCC engines than I've ever had with all of my DC engines put together. Maybe it's N scale DCC. I don't know. But I got a handful of engines with dead decoders in it that just fried. CFPR. But I got a letter into the local hobby shop out of his house guy, asking what the install would be for the plug-in decoder with sound on this thing, the Heisler. It'll get done eventually. But technically, I still can't have like one DC locomotive. And it looks like this will be it for a little bit. I was bad. I went to the local sandwich joint today for dinner. I fucking, man, if I wasn't so money conscious and gas conscious, I would go back and bitch them out. Like, no one can get the orders right ever. I ordered a beef and sausage combo with cheese, no pepper. What do I get? A beef and sausage combo with pepper and no cheese. And I said it to him like 3 times. Can you see the gear? Can you see the drive rods? Because I'm looking on a small tablet screen, so I can't really tell. I'm hoping you can, especially since I like quartered the wheels so they all rotate different. The front one is top dead center. The middle one is bottom dead center, and then the tender truck is a rear, towards the rear, dead center. Too bad there isn't a 4-truck Heisler. That would be awesome. But sadly, this is the biggest one they made. A 90-ton. Now the Shay, on the other hand, they're finally making a Class B Shay in HO. BLI is. And that's a 4-truck. It's a long tender with dual truck on the tender. Oh, from my other video? Yeah. I'm going to try to set up a light in that corner. I got another small LED lamp light. I'm hoping it won't overpower. Because because these suckers are bright. I mean, hell, look. That's just one of them. Yes, I'm still converting this Heisler to DCC town. You know, only because it's a plug-in. Oh, I gotta stand up again. This bed was not meant to sit in. Oh, there we go. Gotta sit in the middle of the bed. Otherwise, I feel like I'm gonna fall off on one side. I got one of these new Super Tempur-Pedic mattresses. That the feet go up and the back go up and stuff. Because, well, I might as well tell the story. How many people are here? 3? Well, 3 people are going to hear the story. And I think one of them might be me. So, normal day, everything's going fine. My neighbor's car was in the shop. He needed food, so I take him to the grocery store. I have exhaust leak in my car, so I don't use the heat. And it was cold out. So was I having problems with the battery too? Because I stayed outside with the car running. I waited outside with the car running, and it was probably half hour, 45 minutes or so. But like I said, it was cold out. Maybe that's why I kept it running. But my arm starts hurting, my chest starts hurting. I'm feeling like crap. I'm thinking it's carbon monoxide poisoning because the car is. So open the window, get the fresh air, finish up the shopping, go to another store. I get my Mountain Dew. Now I'm driving this whole time, and as I'm walking out, my legs stopped working, and I could barely hold on to the bag with the Mountain Dew. I like dropped it out of my hand because my fingers let go. So I wave him over. I'm like, I'm feeling like crap. Grab the Dew. You drive home. First time driving the Mustang, he kind of fishtails it a couple times, but we get home and I'm like, okay, it's carbon monoxide. I'm gonna go lay down. So I go lay down for like half hour, 45 minutes, maybe an hour or so. Not getting any better. Okay, call 911. Ambulance comes, takes me to the hospital. 4 nitrous pills in 10 blocks. Ends up I was having a widowmaker heart attack for the past, what would that be, almost 2 hours? Uh, 100% blockage. The doctor could not believe I was still walking around and coherent. I'm pissy. I'm in pain. I got no jacket on. It's cold. It's like 0 degrees out, and the ambulance is all cold. I'm turn the goddamn heat up, and as they're trying to save my life and crap. Get to the hospital. They're trying to help me. Get away from me. I'm hitting their arms away. I get up off, the gurney and walk over to the other gurney. They try to do the same thing once I'm getting into the machine that'll actually open my heart up again. Did the same thing, push them all away. I'll walk myself. I'm not, I can still walk. The doctor was flabbergasted. He's like, how the hell are you still even walking around talking? You should be like passed out by now. Maybe because I've had, deteriorating cartilage since third grade and I've been in pain 24/7. Maybe that was it. I don't know. But ever since then, I have bad circulation in my feet. My feet get cold all the time. So that's why I ended up getting this bed that the feet go up. So I could raise my feet and stuff like that. My old Generation 1 Tempur-Pedic from, what would that be, 2004, 2005, somewhere in there. I retired that. That's the dog bed now. Oh yeah, I've had, man, the things I've been through. Would it have been sixth grade? Maybe when I was in sixth grade, I had first, second, and third degree burns right at 4th of July from a jumping jack. A jumping jack looks like a firecracker. You light it, you throw it, and it'll spin and shoot off. Well, I was coming in. How was it? I was in a backyard, and it landed right by my foot, and I knew it was going to shoot up. So I took both arms and rotated them and shielded my face, not knowing that when it jumped up, it caught at my shirt. And when I put my arm down, I sandwiched it right in my armpit. And it just like, it pretty much blowtorched straight into my armpit. Black, charred. Oh, it smelled and the crazy thing is, I had a craving for bacon for months because I smelled it. It was stuck in my nose. That smell was literally stuck in my nose of my own flesh burnt. And it just made me want bacon all the time. It was crazy. I was crushed by a pipe in pipe fitting to where I was actually paralyzed from the waist down for like a minute and a half. I was trying to crawl out and nothing would work below where I got hit for about a minute and a half. Oh my God. Let me tell you, grown man crying like a baby. Not because of the pain, because I thought my life was over. I mean, shit, you can't walk, right? Oh, the crazy shit I went through. And I was young. I was invincible back then, you know? I've been held up at gunpoint. I've been held up with a knife. Uh, I almost cut my leg off when I was like 16. Box cutter. I'm crouching. I'm going to open up a box, and it caught, and then it slipped, and it went right across my leg, sliced my brand new jeans, sliced right into my thigh. Uh, my parents never did find out about that one. I was able to hide that because at the time my boss actually was a doctor. She just never became a doctor because she would give uh, operations for free and shit if the person needed them. So she would never become a doctor. But she went through all the medical stuff. She sewed me up. I'm trying to think of anything else. I mean, so much shit has happened to me. I can't remember them all at once. Right now, I can't remember really anything else. Oh, I saw a guy. No, this didn't happen to me, but it did kind of change. I saw a guy get beat so bad his eyeball fell out. That was like one of the craziest damn things I've ever seen. And they just left them there on the table, and we all went to lunch. It was crazy. That was during my I was bad part, and I was smoking weed when it was illegal. I got busted. But yeah, that was my bad boy phase. Oh, what was scary was when I found a friend slash ex coworker of mine dead. The one thing I will never forget about that is she was face down in the mud and her feet were completely clean. And yet they say she OD'd. I have a different theory, but technically I can't say the theory because it's liable. And it's liable to um, a person of the blue line. So, yeah. God, I got to get more cars. I mean, maybe I can try melting some of these axles back straight. A lot of my axles are so old. These cars are so old um, that the axles have warped out of straight or true or whatever. God, I love how slow. Man, I love seeing the gears just move so slow. God, can't do that with it. I mean, I don't know because we'll see. If I would love to know if I could get this thing to creep as good on DCC. I really, really would. Because I mean, literally, I'm going like what's the standard? You know what? Hold on. Um, 1 inch is 7.3 feet. Um, yeah, let's turn this off for now. So 7.3 would be right here. Okay, double check this. From that to that, that's 1 inch. So let's line this up again. Oh, so I turned it on. Okay, the wheel is right at the gap. From the gap to the line is 1 inch. 1 inch is 7 point. 1 inch is 7.3 in 1 inch is 7.3 feet. So let's see how long it takes us to go 7.3 feet at the slowest. Okay, I got noise. A little bit of turn. I want smooth turn. A little bit more. Come on. 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000, 6 1,000, 7 1,000, 8 1,000, 9 1,000, 10 1,000. 10 seconds to go 7.3 feet. Because this is it. This is goodbye. Bye-bye MRC. Bye-bye Troller. Possibly bye-bye Heisler for a little bit. And hello to a bunch of more track and a Zephyr and a couple new engines. So being that I'm not really math right now, if it takes 10 seconds to go 7.3 feet, what's the miles per hour? It's slow. Well, it's slow as hell. Is Zephyr guy still here? I didn't say I'm throwing him out. This is a DC locomotive. As of tomorrow, this layout's DCC. That's why I said goodbye to the Heisler for a while. Because it's going to be put on the back burner, waiting for a DCC chip. DCC wise, I will have a UP dual bug. Because I'm getting the DCC chip tomorrow. The wheels are still on the way. And whatever I get tomorrow, which is either 1 or 2 engines. Regardless of 1 or 2 engines, they're either 1 or both are going to be blue. I'm hoping I can swing both. I already said goodbye to the MRC. That's already boxed up. Because it was actually overheating and cutting out. It cut out on me twice. And it's vented. I don't get that. That's why we never used it there. It was overheating. Maybe. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out where the hell this thing came from because I don't ever remember. My dad found it. I don't ever remember him buying one. I don't know why he would have bought one. Well, even though I dislike my brother a lot, he would get first dibs on everything because he has a HO layout, um, probably 3 times the size of mine. I mean, his is a donut. You got to crawl underneath it and walk around inside. It's a whole room. Um, that's who I sold my cab forward to. And when I delivered it, that's where I found out that the engines that I've been looking for like 4 years, he's had. He claims, "Oh, this was my engine." No, you had an AHM. You had a blue B&O Railroad Pacific. I had the IHC because the box even says copyright 1993 on the box. It's crazy. How he thought he bought trains in 1993, I don't know. But nothing you can do now. It was such a nice runner. Oh my God. That was a better runner. That IHC Pacific was actually a better runner than my Rivarossi Blue Goose. No, something's wrong with it. Amazon refuses to exchange it. They said I have to return it, get a refund, and then buy it again. Except it's off sale now. It's over double the price that I bought it for. Although, maybe what I'll do with some of the money is go buy another one. And if that one's better, I return this one as that one and keep the new one. But as far as I can tell from the reviews, the other one's going to sound like this too. And if I'm paying $400, I'm going to actually go to a store and get it so I can see it run before I buy it. I had it all apart. The only thing I haven't done is I've gone in through the bottom. Um, I've taken off all 3 trucks gear plates and looked around. I have dropped the transmission, quote unquote transmission, the lower side of the motor gear, which is where the crankshaft and stuff is. The only thing I have not done is gone in from the top to see the actual motor. Only because this thing is so hard to take apart. Because I won't be able to see to put it back together. Oh, holy cow, Matthew. I'm joining your club. Good God. I just vibrated my whole mattress. I honestly think because of how the Heisler would sound with the chugs, that if this thing had sound, you really wouldn't notice this noise. Because the chug on this engine is so much faster than what most people realize. At full speed, it sounds more like a diesel than a steam engine because the chugs are so close together. When it first starts off, it's already going chug, 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 chug. It's not starting off chug, 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 chug. It's not doing that. I've gone to Cass Scenic Railway and was watching the videos on them as they started off and stopped and stuff. I mean, again, at the hobby shop, I'm going to get the next gear oil or the gear oil? No, lubricating oil. I'm getting the next lubricating oil up and seeing if that works. Because I used like a super thin, and obviously it's not doing it. Because it's I'm going to try the thicker stuff. Hopefully that'll quiet it. I don't know. I mean, worst comes to worst, it was only 180 bucks. Yes, that's a lot of money. But compared to, most engines are what, 400 bucks? And I know exactly where the noise is coming from. The only problem is you can't see it on camera because it's underneath the locomotive. The cylinders are in a V formation. There's a drive shaft that runs along the center of the locomotive on the bottom. And the model and the real engine are done the same way. Um, Except the model is powered by the transmission from the motor, whereas the real engine obviously is from the cylinders, and then the transmission transfers it to the drive shaft. But the drive shaft, where all the linkage goes into the drive shaft, that's I think where the noise is coming from. Where it goes up into the cylinders, the plastic holes. I think they're a little bit too big or a little bit too small. They're rubbing. Matthew, are you still in here? Do you think it's better the view that I have now or down lower where you saw it more at track level? Nope. The only thing I have right now is this Heisler. I had a setback. I used to have a 45 tonner and the GP30, but they were burned up by my 2500 that I bought used. They went snap, crackle, pop. So the GP30 I might replace. That might be something tomorrow. And I'm really hoping I like the engine I'm actually going to look at. Only because, surprisingly, if you're gonna make promotional material, these pictures are done by the company. If you're gonna make promotional material, make them all the same. If they're a computer generated drawing on one, make them all computer generated drawings. If they're the actual model taken with the camera, then make all of them actual models taken with the camera, because computer generated and cameras show colors in two different ways. Well, yeah, you show up tomorrow. You might be pleasantly surprised. Maybe, maybe not. My main goal is two engines, but again, I don't. That the only way I think I'll be able to swing it is if he gives me a deal, because I'm buying so much. My non-locomotive total is almost $500. Damn it, Bobby! Why do you want me to say Con Hill Road? Yeah. Ah, screw that up. Damn it, Bobby! Why do you want me to say Con Hill Road? My favorite color is Corningware. I should gargle with some Mountain Dew before I do that. Damn it, Bobby! Why do you want me to say Con Hill Road? Yeah. I still can't do it. I keep wanting to say Bobby, damn it. My Hank Hill is stuck in Hank Hill speak. I can't change it. I don't have anything new. We'll never buy anything new. The newest style locomotive I would buy would probably be, what would that be? An 80s GP 60 slash SD 60. I absolutely hate the new style cabs. I don't like them. The trains look like crap now. They are. Oh, this isn't kid friendly. They honestly look like giant dildos. New engines look like giant dildos. A long, skinny engine and then a big old cab at the front. They're just ugly. This layout is based. How do I say this? People they model. We're modeling the Pennsylvania Railroad between Scranton and Alton. Blah 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 blah. I'm modeling a railroad museum. I actually looked on Google Earth, and I actually measured my layout and changed it into feet in real scale, and I mapped it out, and it fits exactly where I was planning it to fit, which is in South Elgin, Illinois, right next to, well, actually on both sides of the Clintonville substation. That's why it's called Clintonville Railroad Museum, or Model Railroad, or whatever the hell. I don't even know what my channel is named anymore. I can't remember. Model Railway, because I originally had it just Clintonville Railway. That's one thing you'll never see on this layout. Canadian National and Canadian Pacific, nothing. Everything that's on this layout is going to be American. Which is let me tell you, I really like a Flying Scotsman. I mean, that would look awesome for a museum. They would have foreign stuff, but I'm not going to spend the money. And Canadian Pacific's paint job, steam wise, never really did anything for me. Especially when you got Chicago and a Alton paint scheme that looks so much better, in my mind. Oh no, this is me. I'm always pissed. Yep, that's my niche. I'm the pissed off guy. I'm in pain 24/7. I have been since roughly third grade. You're lucky you don't see me because you would really think I'm pissed then. I have what they call perpetual pissed face. Yeah, you're not a therapist, and you're not going to be mine. The only thing that could fix this is either probably a saw or a shit ton of drugs, and you're not going to give either, so you can't help. What you want, butter boy? What? Oh, I know that look. Yeah. Okay. Let's go. I'll be back. I gotta let Butthead out again. Enough with the spamming, CSX. Fix your keyboard. Period. Holy shnikes, is it cold out? My nipples damn near fell off. Holy cow. Hey, what's up, Matt? I just took the garbage out in my sweatshirt. Oh my god, that was I should have put a whole jacket on. Whew. Man, the drugs I need, you just can't go out and buy on the street. I need like actual like morphine. Oh, really? You can't check email? When uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, you know, I see it. I see it. I'm looking. Hold on. Open up a slow ass phone. God. Yes. 100%. 100%. 100 and actually 110%. I'll give you that, Matthew. Oh, scroll, damn. There we go. Jesus Christ, this phone. Oh, I was about to be an asshole too. I was I was about to buy an Amtrak engine just to be an asshole. Because I know but that is a nice looking engine. That caught my eye. Man, you need to move to Rockford. You'll really see drama. The number one lead poisoning capital of the world, Rockford, Illinois. Certain, you better have your bulletproof vest on, depending on where you go. That's when you go out and yell FBI and watch them scatter like ants, and then hopefully one of them will like run right into a tree and like bounce off of it onto their. That's the funny part. That's like America's Funniest Video shit right there. You have goopy eye. Hey, you want me to get your eye? You got goopies? You got goopies? Come here. I'll get it. No? Okay, fine. I'm not crawling under the damn table to get rid of your eye goobers. I once stopped someone from head-on collisioning. It was construction on a one lane each way. Construction was on our lane, so I had to stop because the car was coming. I stopped the guy that went into the opposite lane and almost head-on collisioned someone, and he threatened to stab me and kill me because I stopped him from head-on collisioning a car. That's how we are out here. I drive around. I got a bat. I got a screwdriver, and I got uh, a broomstick in my car because I live here. Well, I shouldn't say the where I live is beautiful. You go like 2 blocks in any other direction, and it's like, you ever seen Griswold's Wally World Vacation, where they're asking for directions, and the dude say, you go down 2 blocks to where it says the rib tips, and you make a left, and they're stealing the hubcaps and shit as they're getting. That's 2 blocks away from me in any direction. Nope. I'm a I'm a responsible gun owner. I don't have one. I technically can't have one, but even if I could, I know myself enough that I'll get pissed and I'll blow someone's kneecap off. I will. I don't take shit from nobody. Hell, you heard you heard the whole cop situation. My car get hit. I call him to make a report. He tells me to get in the car like a dog. Oh hell no! It came down to he get in your car or I'll arrest you. I said, go ahead. I'll own your house. You'll be homeless. I don't take shit from nobody. And the littlest thing can pop me off. I remember one of the biggest fights we had. Me and my ex. She gets cereal like Cheerios, and she puts milk in the bowl. And as she's walking through, she stumbles a little bit, and like 3 Cheerios falls out of dry. They were dry because they were on top, but 3 Cheerios fall out of the bowl and on the floor. She stops, looks at them, and then keeps walking to the couch to sit down and watch TV. Oh, talk about World War III. Have fun, CSX. Matthew, I'm just telling you right now, if we do not see Lily, yeah, Lily, scrolled up, Lily. If we don't see Lily put some trees on the layout, I think we should all ban you. Honestly, I think because she draws and she thinks like a drawer, I think she would be really good at placing trees. Because whenever we place trees, I notice that you're doing it, and I do it too. We'll all do it in one spot and make it all look nice. But trees don't grow in all one spot; they grow all over. Matthew, do this. if she doesn't put trees on the layout, if she doesn't put trees on the layout, I will never show the Blue Goose on camera. And the fat conductor will get it. Because we always got to threaten the fat conductor. Oh, by the way, like, share, subscribe, where the fat conductor gets it. I wonder if you put an HO scale person on the HO scale track and then roll them over with the train, would that be a YouTube community guidelines violation? Oh, only I would think of that. I gotta get people. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll go to YouTube later because I remember it was like a pack of 100 different peoples, and one of them was dudes with cameras, and that would go great on the museum layout. Have them taking pictures of the cars and stuff. I just blew tobacco ash everywhere. Yeah, that's how he. I do have to say, having one train and two cars is actually quite boring. I want to get a bunch of cabooses. I'm going to do a caboose train. Um, I want to get this set running, which is my Roundhouse Overton set. Um, and I want to get the IHC set, my two cars from that, and eventually get the other cars in the set. But they have to be AHC. They cannot be Rivarossi or IHC. Because I can't remember what is different, but something coloring wise is different. So I want only the IHC cars. I want to say it's the truck color. Mine are like a gray and the other ones are black or something like that. I don't know. It's Sir Comrade Conrail. Oh. Oh. Stretch. Oh. You already said you like Conrail. You said it like 3 messages ago. You want me to make it for you? You want me to make your bed? You're the only dog that can't make its own bed. Come on. Oh. Yeah. Here. Only you can fall off of a bed that's laying on the floor, dog. A convict train. I'm I'm really still on the fence on the high spur. I love the logo, and I think once I put sound in it, it'll be fine because the sound will actually cover the sound of the logo. And I really don't feel like paying $400 to get a new sound one. Ooh, pardon me. Being I only paid $180 for this. And Amazon won't replace it. They said I had to send it back and get a full refund and then buy it again. No, that's CN. CN is a prison train. That's why they crash into each other all the time. They don't care about the peoples. Hey, Matthew, do you think a storm's coming in? Oh, that light's on. I gotta turn this light off. Hold on. I forgot, because it's not daytime anymore, it's nighttime. It's not Norfolk Southern's fault that their trains keep falling over and poisoning towns. Oh, wait. Oh, we got a storm coming. Next thing you know, I'm going to have a seizure. One, two, three, four, five, six. One, two, three. That's not coming over good. I'm back to nighttime. So you can't tell, but it's like all blue now. I got full Roy G. Biv, man. Yeah, the lights I'm using are actually fish lights. They're high-end uh, plant fish lights. So they're the correct spectrum for the sun and all that crap. They're really nice and bright. They actually have a 24/7 option where it'll actually mimic a day where it's nighttime and then it ramps up to noon and then it ramps down back down to nighttime. It has lightning. Right now we're on night. We were on max before. It has, yeah, it's crazy. Then again, you know, I think these things cost me like $300 each. I can't remember, but it's four color. Wait, well, actually three colors: white, red, green, and blue. LEDs in it. Watch your language, Conrail. Whole new set of rules here. While we are not kid friendly, I'm not gonna, deny a kid watching trains. Trains are for everybody. And don't get me wrong. When I was young, every word out of my mouth was a swear too. When I was young. Now it's usually when I only talk to my parents and about politics when they talk about their guy, and I get yelled at. I look at it this way: talk like you would talk to your grandmother or your great grandmother. Pretend they're here with you. We can still have fun and stuff. Okay, this blue's making me tired. When the blue is on, it's almost like having a black light, but one of the cheap fake black lights that isn't really a black light at all, but like a painted blue light. You have a cat or a dog? I suspect, Matthew. And uh, I suspect it's a cat hair that you're pulling out. Only because cats, I can see the cat getting up on that layout and walking around and stuff. I can't really see a dog doing that. Yeah, he is a cat. He went down one level of coolness by just saying that. I remember I'm allergic to cats. I remember my friend, my ex's best friend, got a hairless cat. Oh, it's hyperallergenic. You won't break out in it. Oh my god! If I could have killed that cat, I would have. Worst allergic reaction of my life. I was laid up for like a week. So I want to put lights in these, but I want to put DC light in them, not DCC light. Because DC light will work as soon as you turn it on. I just don't know how to do it because they're such a small car. The overpins, the 34-foot overpins. No, 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 Sir Comrade, you don't know. A cat's name should be CAT, and a dog's name should be DOG. Period. I have spoken. This is the way. Hey, Russ, do you spell it backwards or forwards? Which way do you spell Bob? Man, that switch is really annoying me. I know what it is. It's this right here. It's like half of it lifts up. It doesn't connect all the way. Then again, I did buy that used. So I spent a whopping, what did I spend? I bought it for 60 or 70 bucks. HV, that's an HV2 for 60 or 70 bucks. I got that for. I have fallen down the stairs once in my life. I have no clue what you're talking about, Ross, but okay. Isn't that the guy that was like on the side of the road holding a hamburger? I mean, regardless of the noise of this engine, it runs so smooth. Whether it be the power supply or oh, then again, it kind of ran smooth with the Tech 6 too. Although I couldn't get it to creep as good. Man, if you're gonna start singing, do some 30-point buck. Yeah, my deer hunter, how do you do? I got a deer hunting weapon tail for you. I'm so excited. It's my favorite time of year. I love to feed my fun, just trophy deer. But don't clap your hands to the stomping of the beat. Because yeah, here's like me, we can't keep no city beat. No, we can't. Oh my God, what is this? Oh my God. No way. They put my review live? Holy shit. Amazon put my review live. I cannot believe that. They did not read that whole review. They read like the first line and that's it. Because I started off, looks good but runs loud. And then I went into how Amazon won't uh, stand up to their own return policy. I cannot believe that went live. That. Oh man, that was great. Oh, this channel is not kid friendly at all, but it is civilized. You know, it's hilarious. I remember taking apart my Heisler from 1990, and I had no problem, no qualms, nothing. This thing, I look at it and think about taking it apart, and I can literally feel my heart start going up. What's up, buddy boy? What you doing? What you want to do? You want to be up? Well, come here. Come here. Go ahead. Now come. Hey. You coming up? Whoa! There we go. Oh dear, you big fat boy. You coming? Yeah. Here you go. Yeah, you're getting a treat, huh? You up on the bed? You see the choo-choo? Now just wait. Tomorrow it's gonna go. Yeah, it's gonna make noise tomorrow. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's making noise now, but it's gonna make a different noise. I swear. You know what? I don't know if they edited it, and I'm gonna go on the computer and check right now just for that. Say. Oh my god! They didn't edit it at all. Oh, I'm gonna open it up and read it to you. I cannot believe they published this. The title was "Looks Good but Runs Very Loud." The text: Looks great, creaks good, but sounds like a box of rocks in a washing machine And being Amazon is refusing to replace this locomotive as the return policy states, they will, I guess I'm stuck with it. And they published that. I cannot believe they published that. For the sole fact that I'm literally dissing Amazon. Wouldn't it be great if all of a sudden the same thing but sound version shows up at my door? That would be awesome. I would actually go back and change the review on that then. I literally cannot believe they published that. That blows my mind. Because they've actually denied because I've done stuff like this before where I've had problem with the seller and I mentioned about it and they said, no, because you're not reviewing the product, you're reviewing the seller, your review is being denied. I've had reviews denied before through Amazon. 'What's up, buddy? What you doing? You chilling? Yeah, I know you like sitting on the bed. Well, people always tell me I'm a smart ass, but my number one comment is it's not just my ass. The sad thing is I'm one of the smartest people in the United States, or so they say. Or at least I used to be. If I try hard enough, I might have could again too. I'm actually interested. Is it? I got to look on Amazon now. Okay. 92. It's a St. Regis paper. It hasn't propagated through their whole system yet. It is up. It is on Amazon Live. It does not show up yet on their main review page. I'm the second one to review this loco. One of them did a 3-star, and I just did a 2-star. The current price was like 3 something now. But when I bought it over a month ago now, because it took a month for them to ship it to me. It was on sale. I paid 170, which turned into 180, which turned into 190 with shipping and all that and taxes. That just blows my mind that they published that. Wow. I was actually, excuse me. Yeah, Clinton, smoke some more unfiltered pipe tobacco. Don't mind if I do. Um, I don't know. Like I said, I looked. It is up, but it hasn't propagated through their system, so it doesn't show on through their page, like the main review page yet. It'll probably show up like tomorrow. They usually like update that stuff at like midnight. I don't even know what time it is. What time is it? 10:51. It's 11 o'clock already. Oh my god! I'm too jacked to go to sleep, although I really need to. I gotta be up tomorrow. I'm going out for breakfast. I'm getting me a giant. Oh my god, this place is awesome. It's like $10, and it's the size of like a 12-inch dinner plate. Um, it's a skillet bowl filled with Euro meat and eggs and cheese and hash browns and oh my god, it's just I can't wait. Yeah, well, I got it on sale. I didn't pay 350 for this. I paid a total of 190. Yeah, I didn't even pay $200 for this, and I think that's why they won't replace it. They want me to refund it and then buy the $300 one. And then after we eat, um, we're gonna drive out to Lombard Hobby is where I'm shopping tomorrow, and they open at like 11. And then I'm going back to my parents' house because my elderly mom wants to see what this engine looks like that I'm getting. So I figure I'll take a little bit extra time, set up the power pack and the circular track on the table and on the kitchen table, and I'll run it for like 5 or 10 minutes, so she can hear the sounds and the whistles and all that stuff. I don't think she realizes steam trains do this because she knows trains, but she knows DC. My mom was the one who actually helped design my layout that's still at their house. It was either a 4x8 or a 4x7. I can't remember. Um, but we had it in the basement to where we could pull it up to the ceiling and take the legs off and be able to use the basement because it was a finished basement. And then when I moved out, my mom changed the basement into like a closet for her shoes because women in shoes. She's like 80, so she has like a million shoes that she never wears. So it's stuck underneath. I mean, we'd have to clear out. It would take an hour to clear out, and then probably an hour to get this layout down, which I already stripped anyway. I took all the track off. I took all the switches off, everything. I had a Bowser turntable, which stupidly I sold. Although it doesn't really matter because it was too small anyway. You want to go free? You can be free. You go down that way. No, hold on. You're going to kill yourself. Come this way. Come this way. You can be free. Jump down that way. There you go. My dog thought you would be able to jump off the edge of my bed. When literally 2 feet from the edge of my bed, there's a mattress on the floor and a table over it. I am seeing something move over here. I thought I'm going crazy over here. Jesus. I think it's time for a vacuum again. We have a vacuum layout. Walther's train line. So that's like Bachmann 1980. GP9M. What is that? A rebuilt GP9? I want the old blue box Athearn GP9. It was a Burlington in Ohio, Baltimore in Ohio. It had the steam generator on the short side hood. They don't put those in GP7s and 9s anymore when they make them. It's all non-steam units. They're all freight units. See, we didn't have Walthers back in the day. We had Lifelike, which turned into Walthers. Mainly Walthers or Lifelike Proto 2000 and the Walthers. When Walthers bought it, it was the Proto 2000. That's about the extent of Walthers because I don't think they made trains and stuff. They were more of a warehouse. Besides, they did make the buildings, Walther's Cornerstone, the roundhouses and stuff. They made that stuff, but I don't think they made trains like they do now. See, to me, nothing beats the old Roundhouse, which was even before Atherton Blue Box. They made the most beautiful car, and I don't know why more companies don't come out with it. The what were they called? The Pullman Palace cars. It was a 4-car set, a baggage, a combine, a coach, and a tail. Or I'm sorry, a business car. Tyco was some of the best stuff out there. Oh my God. That and Model Power. Only because they were so simple, no matter what broke, you could always fix it. I mean, like this BL2. You can't get any simpler. You can't get any simpler than this BL2. I mean, that's it. That's the rear, that's the front. It's literally 2 wires. That's it. Oh, you can't see it. That's it. Motor. You can see the motor down there. This goes into the truck. You got dual power pickups and a single light. That's it. And a nice honking chunk of lead. The Walters and Proto. Hold on. How do I say that? The Walters, the Lifelike / Walters Proto Steam Heritage line is one of the best steam lines ever made. The 080 switcher is just I mean, it's BLI level. That's how detailed it is. And I had the N scale version. I've never had the HO scale version. The HO scale version is even more detailed. I honestly don't think I'll be getting any logging cars for this, only because, well, maybe it could be a freight display, you know, going around on one track. Maybe I will. I don't know. The one thing I will do is replace the log cars actually have gone down in quality from the 90s. In the 90s, I remember they actually had wood. They like went out into the tree and cut branches, and it was actual real wood on the cars, not plastic. And one of them, a lot of them were like they are now, which is a bunch of small ones. But there was one set that had like a scale 27-foot diameter tree. So it was like 3 inches in diameter on the car to like represent a redwood or something. I cannot get past how nice this engine is compared to what I remember from the 90s. Like, what would that be? The steam dome with the whistle? That is just awesome looking. They did a good job on the brass. In fact, I think they might have actually used brass. Here we go. Well, I'll make my own sound. That's what we used to do in the 80s, man. We didn't have sound back in the day. It was all in our brains. And the sound was great because it was in our brains. Wait a minute. Is this light in here a blue light? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Can this plug in there? What is in this? This is all that. Oh. Of course. Is that going to be too much? Let me know if that light's too much when it comes around. I'm hoping you'll be able to see the detail now. Let's do that. Okay, it's a little blurry. Oh. Okay, that's worse. I'm trying to focus the camera. Although I don't really know if it's working. Nope, past it. Well, that's as good as it's getting. I suppose, but it's just plugging it in. Yeah, no. Trains are what they should be. Trains are what you buy them as. You don't add gaudy stuff to them. Let's lower this down a little bit more. Ooh, that one almost fall off the bed. The nice thing is, I actually got a picture of this locomotive uh, from like 1930 something, because this actual locomotive was built in the 20s. Number 92, 90-ton Heisler. I don't weather stuff only because once you weather it to your liking, and it's useless to other people. Two, it destroys the resale value because it's not a stock loco anymore. And two, honestly, I've always done a layout or a museum based layout. So my stuff was always going to be clean to begin with because the museum would wash their stuff all the time. I need to find my only white, only blue one. I think it's downstairs. I'll find it tomorrow. Night, Matthew. I'm too geek to go to sleep right now. I'm like all excited. Honestly, I'm more excited to go to the restaurant than the hobby shop. This restaurant is, oh my God, I love this restaurant. I used to go there every week when I lived there. Plus, isn't it like 1 o'clock in the morning over there for you? You're like way ahead of me. Well, I'll see you tomorrow, man. Have a good night's sleep. Don't let the bug, don't let the cold mites bite. I'm sure that's the thing. And if it isn't, I'm sure they'll make it soon in a lab somewhere. Coal mites. Next thing you know, we have a coal shortage because the coal mites are eating the coal. 1:20 a.m. He said, "Man, that's nothing though." I used to one day I go to sleep at like 8 o'clock in the morning, wake up about noon, and then I was up until 8 o'clock the next morning, and I would sleep until about noon. That was when I was doing heavy gaming back in the World of Warships days. Oh, and I did find out what the extra piece was. It's an air hose for the coupler that hangs down. You know what I'll do? What would that be? Probably Friday. Who was it asking about the DCC? Um, oh, kind of. Okay. So, I think it'll be Friday. I'll do a small vid where I show the wheels in the Doodlebug and button that up. And when I'm putting the top on, I'll put the DCC chip in. Man, I can't wait to run the Doodlebug. Oh my god. I really do not want to move that light. And I really don't like the light that I'm using now. I'll have to go downstairs and see if I got a better one. I want to say I have one that you can turn on. Maybe this is the one I'm thinking of. It's blue or all of them. Maybe this is the one I'm thinking. Let me see. Would this work better? I gotta move this. If this was like that. Forgive the noise. Yeah, it's that blue light that's in this. What are you crying about now, Conrail? What'd you break now? Say you're working on that engine, now you're saying you said you broke something. Wait a minute. First of all, why am I getting this crap on my phone? And second of all, how the hell can you reach 109% capacity? 100% is 100% because it's full. God, that thing creeps so nice. It's a creeper. You don't need truck to have a train run. You just need power. Shit. I mean, I used to run trains with a 9-volt battery. When I go to shows, I would take a 9-volt battery to test the locomotives to see if they ran. We're gonna be calling it quits soon. Well, you can do it that way too. And that camera just is not in a good spot. Alrighty, guys. I'm gonna call it a quits. And check back tomorrow. Because, like I said, there will be more vids. Well, y'all have a good one.